So, where am I?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm josemonkey, and I find people who ask to be found. It's International Week! This one looked pretty tough, guys, but there was one clue that gave me all the information I needed to find this place. Full disclosure, guys, this person actually sent me a different video before they sent me this one, and that one was recorded at night and was almost completely dark. I hadn't even really had a chance to start looking for that video when they sent me this one. Frankly, I am not sure whether or not I would have been able to find that nighttime video. There's really not much to see except for one lighted sign that is really difficult to read. Anyway, let's take a look at this video. So what can we see? This video starts with a view down a path where we can see some buildings off in the distance. We can see a blue and white sign here, but it's really not very readable. We can also see a trash bin a bit closer to the path here. I'll come back to that in a minute. The person then turns the camera and shows us these buildings. I thought these looked like apartments, and the red trim that we see on the windows and the red fences on the porches looked pretty distinctive to me. Next we get another unreadable sign, and then as they continue turning, we see what looks like a small river here and then some more buildings across the way. We also get a brief glimpse of a flag right at the end here, but we can't really see enough of it to really know what it is. I also noticed that there's a pin on this person's coat. The pin reads DIF. That stands for Djurgårdens IF, which is a professional football club in Sweden. So that suggests this might be Sweden and could be near Stockholm. Also, the writing that we see on the side of the trash bin is in Swedish. Speaking of that trash bin, it was intriguing to me, because it looked like a very specific kind of trash bin. And it turns out it is. This is a Big Belly brand trash compactor. It might be one of the solar-powered ones, but I can't really tell because we can't see enough of it to know which model it is. Anyway, I thought that such a modern, high-tech kind of trash receptacle might be an interesting thing to look for. And I found lots of information about the use of these trash compactors in Sweden and in other places, but nothing that was really going to help me find this specific place and this specific trash compactor. And while sometimes the brute force approach to finding the trash compactor that you're looking for works out,
No! Shut them all down! Hurry!
I didn't think it was going to be my best shot at finding this place. But I wondered if the writing on the side of the trash compactor would be helpful. After a bit of zooming, pausing, and squinting, I was able to determine that this says Våld är aldrig okej. That means violence is never okay. That is the slogan of an informational campaign to help raise awareness about and prevent domestic violence. I found an article about that campaign that mentioned that it was a joint effort by 7 different municipalities in Sweden, and it listed them. I figured there was a pretty good chance that this trash compactor was in one of those 7 municipalities. So I just started looking at each one, trying to see which ones might have a river running through them, and then see if I could look for those distinctive buildings that we saw near the river. And the first few that I looked at didn't really show me a place like what I was looking for. But that fourth one though, guys, that was it. You were standing here, on this path, in Österåker, Sweden. So I was actually trying to find those buildings with the red trim around the windows because I figured they'd be easy to spot. But I suspect they must be a newer construction, because I found a construction site on Google Maps that was right near a river, and the buildings across the river from that site look just like the ones at the end of your video. Anyway, I wasn't able to get a photo from the path itself, but I was able to get a street view from a nearby road that showed me both the buildings with the red trim and the other ones across the river. By the way, I've been calling this a river, but it might be like a canal or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, I also found that blue and white sign that we can see in the video. It's on this nearby highway. Oh, and once I knew where this was, I went back to that very dark video, and I was able to confirm that this was definitely filmed in roughly the same spot. Those lighted signs that we see in that video are on these buildings that are just a bit east of the place that you were standing when you recorded it. You were standing right over here when you recorded your daytime video. Okay, it's time to check which previous location is closest to this one. And perhaps unsurprisingly, it is the location I just did recently in Stockholm, Sweden, in Season 2, Episode 41. That is only 19 kilometers or 12 miles away from this spot. Guys, we are just getting started with International Week, and I'll be doing videos from outside of the US for the next several days. And the next video will be somewhere that is thousands of miles away from this place. If anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, josemonkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.